All right, hello to our veterans. This is the riding portion of this week's lesson programming. We are on Stanley today. We are going to be practicing all the things that we have learned over the last couple of weeks, but this time we're going to be practicing it from the view as if you were on the horse. So this is where we get to put everything we've learned and practice actually being on top of the horse. Now, if you have a mirror nearby, that would be ideal for you to get feedback on your alignment as you are riding your pretend horse wherever you are. That way you can make sure you have head, shoulder, hip, and heel in a straight line, elbow, wrist, down to your horse's bit. So we're going to start by walking on. So remember to walk on. We want to put our hands forward and squeeze with both legs. So we're going to ask Stanley to come away from the wall and walk forward. We're going to try and keep our horse on the wall as we walk around the arena. Stanley's a little young and wiggly, so I thought that would be good for you to see how much effort you have to put into keeping your horse straight. When you're at home, it's easy to be able to just hold the reins nice and still as our horse walks in a straight line, but when you're on the horse, you're doing little tweaks just like you do when you're driving a car, and you're giving little tweaks to the steering wheel to keep your car in between the lines. So right now you should be rocking your hips, you should be sitting up tall, your eyes should be looking where you're going, shoulders are relaxed, we're not carrying tension in our shoulder blades. We're rocking our hips for a lap to get us warmed up in our seat. So your hips should be moving towards your hands as we go around. You can see Stanley's looking around like crazy, so I'm going to keep tweaking my hands, as you can see, to keep him going where I want him to go. What we're going to do now is we're going to change direction. So anytime you're on a horse and you change direction, you want the horse to go to the inside of the arena. So the inside of the arena is away from the wall that we have over here towards the big open space in the middle. We don't want to ask our horse to go into a super tight turn where they could potentially trip and hurt themselves. So we're going to use our left hand in this direction to go to the inside. We're going to ask his nose to go that way, so you're going to see his ears and his nose as they go to the left, his neck's bending just a little bit, and we want to go back to the wall. So we don't use the entire arena to change direction. We just use the amount of space that we need for our horse to do a nice bend and keep moving forward through the turn. So now that we're going in this direction, the inside of the arena is going to be on my right. So it was on my left, now it's on my right. So that's why we use the terms inside and outside instead of left and right when we talk about where we want to aim the horse in relation to objects in the arena. So if I wanted to change direction now and turn towards the inside, we'd pull our right hand back towards our right hip. We're looking to the right. You can see Stanley's nose is pointing that way. He's being a good boy, responding where I want him to go. We're going to go back on the wall. And we've switched back to how we've started with the inside of the arena on my left. So we're going to practice a little more steering by weaving through the cones. So the rainbow cones are lined up on the center line of the arena. I'm going to make Stanley go in the corner first, a little bit of right rein. So then it's a gentle turn towards the left. I'm going to look at the cones where I want him to go so he can feel my head shifting, and he's going to follow that weight. I'm going to go back and forth, so just little turns. So when Megan did it on Dreamer, you were able to watch her arms, and now that you are on the horse, you can watch the horse's head as we do just these small turns through these cones. I'm staying close to the cones. Let's change direction. We're going to go down the cones the other way. So I'm keeping my right rein pulling as he U-turns, but he's not getting all choppy because I'm asking him to turn too tight. We're going to weave back. So you can see my one hand is pulling, my other hand is relaxing. If I pull both reins, that means I'm asking him to halt. So right now we're just weaving. and we'll turn left after we pass this green cone. So left hand to left hip, keep your hips rocking, make sure you haven't stopped moving your lower body while watching this video. We want to keep Stanley moving. We're using seat and arms. Keeping the whole body engaged, telling our horse what we want them to do. We're going to keep him rocking. Moving forward. Now, as we're going to go down this next long side of the arena, so we're going to pass the American flag over towards the letter H. Let's get our lower body a little more involved. Stanley's tripping. We're going to do 2 points. Remember, 2 point is when we push our hips back and up off of the saddle, and our shoulders naturally drop forward. Now, if you need to use a table or a chair to support your body, remember, we worked on that in our warm-ups. We showed you how you lean on something if you need to, but if you can do this position on the stairs like we did one week, or just standing on the ground, that's going to get some more ab workout happening. All right, we're going to sit up tall again. Keep rocking your hips. And let's make those transitions a little faster. So we're going to do 2 point, then we're going to keep Stanley walking, then we're going to do 2 point, we're going to shift back and forth. Ready? We're going to go up into 2 point. Pull your belly button towards your spine. We don't want a big arch in our back. We want our back to be flat. And sit down. And 2 point. And sit down. Keep your hips rocking. Can you keep your toes up as if they were in the stirrups while you do this? Little added challenge. We're going to get Stanley back on the wall. He got distracted. Sometimes you have to fight your horse a little bit to tell them where to go. And 2 point. And seated. And 2 point. And seated. Let's do one more. 2 point. And seated. All right, we're going to change direction to the inside. So the inside, again, is on our left right now. So we're going to turn left. We're U-turning. We're going to go back on the wall. When we get back on the wall, let's do some posting. We want to be able to post in order to trot. So once we're on the wall, let's post. Let's do 30 posts. Ready? Turn off my timer. All right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see me do it in the mirror. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Good, and once you sit back down, keep your hips rocking. We're going to turn down the center of the arena towards the American flag. Keep rocking your hips. And hands should still be up. Back should still be tall. Shoulders are still down out of our ears. Once we get down near the mirror, we're going to ask Stanley to halt. Remember, that's pulling back evenly on both reins. Right now, we're going to keep him straight. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Alrighty, guys. So now that we're on horseback, we get to see our horse respond to the things that we're doing. So we're going to practice giving good cues. You're going to be looking in the mirror, keeping your hips moving, sitting up tall, all that good stuff. We will see you guys next week to keep practicing our horsemanship skills.